Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I know we haven't dropped a video in a while, sorry about that. Life's kind of gotten a little busy. The last race we went to was Dragway 42. Didn't work out as planned. CJ will kind of go over what happened there a little bit. It was freezing cold. We all froze to death. Ohio weather has definitely took a turn and set in. We kind of sat down after Dragway 42 and did a reassessment of things and where we wanted to be at the end of the year. So because of the reassessment, we've decided to kind of stick with back of the track races or street-like type races. The car's not dialed in fully yet with the new converter and changes, so we're going to lean toward that. Away from the front side of the track for a while until we get things dialed in. We're not saying that we're not going to do that anymore, just until we get the car a little bit more situated. We're going to stick with our strong suit. Let's see, we were scheduled to go to Katy Midnight Madness this coming weekend. We have scratched that one off the list. We've been to Katy a lot this year. We love that track. It will always be a favorite. We will continue to visit it next year. But we have decided to go with Streetcar Brawl this weekend, weather permitting, of course. It is in Morocco, Indiana. We have not been there yet, so we thought we would give it a try. It is a 5-hour trip for us, so if there's even a slight bit chance of weather going to hit or rain, we're not going to go. We are going to cancel and readjust. Last Friday, we had planned on doing Cincy street nights, but the weather kind of took hold and we could see that it was going to come, so we decided not to go. We were not able to stay for that race and race Saturday because Allie had homecoming, so we knew that was going to be a factor too, so we just didn't even go, stayed home, saved ourselves some money. Ended up all working out good for us. We might try to make the next one. I know it is the last one in November that Tin Soldiers will be helping put on. So we hope to make that. I'm not sure if we will or not. So you'll have to wait for more information on that. Upcoming race that we plan on going to, November 18th, Darlington. They're running the backside of that one. We plan to use that as like a test session for Dig or Die. We are scheduled to go to Dig or Die. We have everything booked for it. We just plan on dialing the car in for that. So that's a great race if you're able to make that one. We're just kind of been buttoning things up for the winter season. CJ's been cutting firewood. Allie's had a lot going on with senior night for volleyball and, like we mentioned, homecoming. We're not going to get a whole lot into the whole what's going on with no prep right now and the rules and all that other stuff. We're just kind of sticking to what we're doing, and what we're doing works for us, and when it doesn't, we will adjust and go from there. If no prep continues to grow outside of our comfort level and the way that things are being talked about with it, then we'll just take it back to the roots and stay there. We've been racing for 20 years. The sport has evolved a lot since then. Anything new or good is going to do that. So we're not going to get caught up into all the things going on with it. We're just going to bunker down and keep working and do what we do. And that works for us. So until it doesn't, we're just going to keep on going the way we go. CJ is going to be doing work on the off-season on the turbo car, so you get to see some of that. And he also will be tearing down the engine for Raggedy Ann to do the overall assessment for that. So that's going to be coming up. Again, my apologies for not getting you guys a video out sooner. Life has gotten crazy and kind of taken over. We still haven't got the pool shut down for the year, and I think we were probably only in it for 5 times this year. It was a total waste, but sometimes it's like that. We've had a really busy, productive year, and we're thankful for that, and we hope the year's not over for us yet. So, hope we can pull something off here. The end, sticking with our strong suit, and of course, we're still continuing to work on getting that converter figured out and how the car needs to adjust to it. So, fingers crossed.
What's up?
Dragway 42.
Yep.
How'd that go?
Cold as balls. And rainy. It was cold and rainy. It didn't go well. Clearly I completely missed every part of the tune-up, I think. So whenever I let off the trans brake button, I mean, the car moved, it made movement, but it like lost the tire instantly. And I pedaled and got back on it. I think I pedaled again and got back on it, and it just would not, it wouldn't recover the tire. And like, I'm not used to that. So in my head, in the car, I'm pissed. Excuse my language, but I said, fuck it, and just held it to the floor the whole pass. And it smoked the tires the whole pass. So for an 1/8 mile, it smoked the tires. After the takeoff, like I had whatever feet before it actually started smoking the tires. But within the first, it was either the first or the second pedal, like it went into high gear. So whenever I let off, it come all the way back down and was in high gear. So at 1-to-1, with a 410 gear and a 28-inch tall tire, like it instantly lit it up whenever I put it to the floor. So I missed it. I had a lot of the last times I've been there. Like the first time I ever went there, it was virgin just like this, other than it wasn't freezing cold. And I was a second pair down it, and the old car, like it went on the bumper for about 350, 400 foot, and just it went and rode a wheelie. So I had a lot of that in my head, and I was kind of early in the runs. And it was freezing, so I didn't really get to pay attention to what the cars in front of me were doing and how they were making it down, and kind of getting an idea of the power that they had in it that was actually going. So I just missed it in every way. I had too much power in it. The suspension was too tight. Yeah, I missed it in every way. So tried the Rocket Black. Down here is a virgin road. You can see it's my burnout, and then I backed up into it. You can hear how sticky it is. I had a little bit too much power in it, but it did do better than over the weekend. So make a few more adjustments, probably try it again somewhere. You can see it had a lot of wheels. We got a lot of wind. I don't know if you can hear or not, but spun a whole bunch, but it did motivate. Didn't make too bad of a pass for a virgin road. I'm gonna work on a tune-up and try it again somewhere. About to get run over. All right, so this next race that we're gonna venture off to is another real poor surface. I hear Streetcar Brawl is, I think it's, what is it, US 41? It is one of the worst surfaces, or the worst surface in the country, is what they say. So I haven't got much testing in. I've got to get something. But after 42, I did make some adjustments. We were actually getting in the second chance race, and we was told that the second chance, they wasn't having one, which I guess was news to some of the others. But I had the tune-up in it that I was going to try for the second chance race already in it, and then I made a couple more adjustments and went and tried it on a virgin street. And it was still a little too much. Like, it motivated, it went, but it didn't smoke the tires, but it had a lot of wheel speed the whole pass. So it's got black marks for almost the 8th mile, but it did motivate. So a couple more adjustments on the suspension, pulled a little bit of power out of it, and I haven't had a chance to try it again. So that is the goal for this week, is to see if I can't maybe get a crew member out here. Maybe we can get together and actually make a couple hits to try to get a handle on a good Virgin Street tune-up, and then be able to adjust off of that for a poorer surface or a better surface. Because right now with this converter, we have no baseline. Like, it's way different. Before, none of my cars would ever burn the tires the whole 8th mile. I've never had one do it. So, not saying that wasn't granted it was a poor surface. It was cold, it had rained. I mean, there was some things in on that, but I've never had one not recover like that one did not recover. So I think we're putting more power than I expected down through this converter, the setup that's on the converter. Once we get a handle on it, I think we'll have a hot rod. That might not be anything for some of this big buzz about the $150,000, $200,000 cars, but given the right circumstance, you never know what might happen. So we'll go swing.